likely the biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. Coming up, a battle here in the NFL playoffs. It's the AFC champion New England Patriots and the champions of the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. Wherever you are, welcome to America's great sports day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Super Bowl Sunday. 195 different countries know all about it. They're watching Greg, and for the players, this moment. They've built so much, and now it's here. A chance to take the field in the biggest football game.
We'll be here all week, Mike, from every team leading up to the Super Bowl. For the players that have been here before, there's such an advantage. You know what to expect. You know what pregame feels like. You know how to handle the emotions leading up to it. But for the new players, the new coaches, no matter how much you tell them, there's still an element of uncertainty that really doesn't hit you until that ball is kicked off. So who handles it better? Who's more prepared for this stage? We're a couple minutes from finding out, and man, I think we are in for a great game.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and off we go on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down. Once again, it's Walker. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Jack Gibbons is there to bring him down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Pass is completed to Cup. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Gain of 8 yards, and it's 3rd down.
3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That is caught. He finds Walker. And he will have the Seahawks first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
I'll throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
56-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
Let's get this point.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
Ooh, well, now you see it, now you don't. Good juke move there, and a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Douglas in motion. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
That's good.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They run straight ahead with Henderson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
His 48-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Again, it's Henderson. Finds room inside the 40. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Patriots first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 4. And the zone read, a give to Henderson. Will manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. DeMarcus Lawrence there on the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Out of gun, here's May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
Another Patriots first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball.
And he's in! Ravion Henderson. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown, Patriots.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He's got it. And the Pats move out to a 7-3 lead.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Seahawks 3.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Seahawks offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Here's Darnold. There's a short one taken in by Barner. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Smith and Jigba, the man in motion. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
1st down, Seattle.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Here's a handoff to Walker. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, He got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Got a man, that's Barner, the tight end. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that long.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. And this is as good as you could possibly get. It's out of bounds, and it's marked right at the 1-yard line. Well done. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And nothing doing there. Might get it out to the 2, but that's all.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And it'll be 3rd down. Up the middle, it's Henderson.
He's brought down at his own 4-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Bryce Baringer out to punt for New England. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Throw right side, home in by Cup. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on first down.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one, and they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
On second down, Walker. Good blocking to the 15. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
From 6 yards out, it's first and goal. Here's Walker, and he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot, and now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Darnold now to throw. He pulls it in around the 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Third and goal. Darnold. Rolling to the left, and he will take this one across into the end zone. Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Seattle. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks are on top. It's now 10-7. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with first and 10. Open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. 25 yards, the pickup there. First down, New England.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Seahawks' 42-yard line.
Second down and 3. To throw again is May. Pass caught right side by Henry. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
On 1st and 10, here's May. It is brought in the end zone. From Mario Douglas. Touchdown, New England.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The extra point is good. And the Patriots are on top. It's 14-10.
Seahawks 10.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, here comes White. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket, nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Darnold. Shaheed with the catch. And he's taken down up past the 35. A gain of 21 on that pass play. First down, Seattle.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
At the 36-yard
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday. After this, here's a 3rd and 10. To throw is Darnold. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Kayshon Boutte was the one he was looking for.
It's 2nd down.
And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
3rd and 10.
It is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's taken down up past the 35.
It's a gain of
They get 22 yards there. Good for a Patriots first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Here comes 2nd and 4. May to the air once more. Has completed to Douglas. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Patriots.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
New England going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
41-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Here's May again. That one taken in by Douglas. And he will have a first down, and they're into field goal range now at the 30.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
May to throw again. That's complete to Henderson. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try. This one will be from 37 yards out. His kick is good. And the Pats going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. Two quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. His way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions. And now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
Looked like he over the scene for a moment. But he's taken down after a solid return. The Seahawks offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. throwing. Darnold. Outright, Smith and Jigba has it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 3. Shotgun run now with Walker. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a first down.
He was brought down on his 49-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
That's complete. It's JSN. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't even think disrupting is the right word. He flat out stopped the draw, handing them a loss.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Smith and Jigba. A gain of 9 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Darnold to throw on first down. He'll step up and run.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Got it with Smith and Jigba. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Field goal, a 34-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks are able to cut it to 4. 17 to 13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Once more, it's Henderson. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
So this time they're trying to use the run game to attack the boundary side of the field, and the defense is really fast in their pursuit. Really nice effort there from the backside, and they're able to bring him down this time for a loss.
On 3rd down, Henderson. That's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, maybe he's counting a little bit, Mike, on this defense being in pass mode, and maybe you can catch him off guard with the run call. In this case, the defense was ready for all of it. They hold them to no gain. They're going to have to bring out the punt team.
And the Patriots ready to kick it away. A good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Seahawks offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. To cut. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Here's a jet sweep with Pop. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Joshua Farmer there on the stop.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Smith and Jigba has it on that out route. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
Smith and Jigba. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Seattle.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
To throw on first down is Darnold. Brings it in left side. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
10 yards on the pickup.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. First down, not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
2 yards on the play.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
One quarter remains here in Super Bowl 59. EA Sports back for the 4th from SoFi after this. Second down, they need 3. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He's got his big tight end, A.J. Barter. Touchdown, Seahawks. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Patriots 17.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. Play fake, here's May. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
May to throw on second down. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Boye Mafe getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Out of the gun, here's May. He's got Douglas going deep. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
To return, it's Shaheed. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Seahawks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. It is Harold Landry working his way in for the sack.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Now Darnold. That one on target to Cup. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Demario Douglas, the intended target. And it'll be second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
3rd and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Well, Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Caleb Chason. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
Darnold now to throw. This pass taken in by Shaheed. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Darnold. He's going to air this one out. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Patriots offense headed back to take over once more.
At their own 33-yard line.
Now on 1st and 10, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, here's May. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
9 yards to go.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
From the gun, on third down, it's May. Now, he'll air one out, and that is incomplete.
Intended for
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Look wide. Get this one complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
And we got a big third down coming up here, Mike. They got a chance with a conversion to possibly get this under the 2-minute warning, put this defense in a position where they have to start using their timeouts.
They'll run the sneak. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9. New England going to take their second timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Throwing, Darnold. Throw to the right flat. It is caught, and he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And you will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. And the Seahawks first down.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
So, 2 minutes remain on Super Bowl Sunday. We're back to see this one wrap up. After this, here's 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. the 40-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
And that'll do it. For the first time in more than a decade, the Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle, tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more, and they are now the champions.
And as in the case in so many Super Bowls, Mike, your entire franchise, and for a lot of these players, their legacies are altered by a play here, a play there. This could have been a totally different outcome, but let's give credit to the champs. They made the plays when they needed, and that's NFL ball, and I'll tell you what, they're going to enjoy this celebration.
So that'll do it for another sensational season of the NFL